Shri Rama Rama Rameti
Shri Rama Rama Rameti
Rame Rame Manorame
Rame Rame Manorame
Sahasranama Tattulyam
Sahasranama Tattulyam
Rama Nama Varanane
Rama Nama Varanane
Om Bhagavati Sitaye Namaha
Om Bhagavate Sitaye Namaha
Om Bhagavate Hanumate Namaha
Om Bhagavate Hanumate Namaha.
And the beautiful conversation, the most divine conversation between Bhagavan Shankar and Bhagavati Jagat Janani Parvati is going on. And Shankarji has already started to explain the principle behind the Nirakara and the Sakara. How the personality of an avatara, which is a Saguna Rupa, Sakara Rupa of Paramatma, how it embodies every single principle, whatever you see in the Nirguna Parabrahma. Beautifully has established. We continue now, page number 129, last shloka. Jagat Prakasya Prakasak Ramu
Jagat Prakasak Prakasak Ramu
Mayadhisa Jnana Gunadhamu
Mayadhisa Jnana Gunadhamu
Jasu Satyata Te Jadamaya
Jasu Satyata Te Jadmaya
Bhasa Satya Iva Moha Sahaya
Vasa Satya Ulamokasaya.
Many people have this doubt about Maya. Many people are Maya also. Many people have a doubt about Maya. What exactly is this Maya? Because very, very frequently people use this word Maya. Everything is Maya. Everything is Maya. Little realizing that we are also part and parcel of that Maya. If everything else is Maya, then we should clearly say, Maya is everything other than me. Everything else is Maya other than me. So what exactly, the word Maya is also used in magic. Maya Jala, Indra Jala. So when we see a magic show, we understand somewhere deep inside we know, because of the fact that it is arranged between a particular, from such and such a time to such and such a time. It is arranged. And they require arrangements for that. So our intellect says, that means somewhere there is some deception of the perception. There is a deception of the perception. You deceive the perception. When we were small, we used to play with two matchsticks, making the matchstick jump on our fingers. Do you know that? Have you done it? We used to make the matchstick jump on this. You see, it naturally will keep on jumping on the finger. A matchstick. You should do that, jumping on that hand. But it is a deception. A deception because the movement is so very minor that one cannot make out the movement. That is deception. And then the coins, playing with the coins. Hiding a coin and then taking and holding all this mystery. And then we used to temperature magic. You have not heard of temperature magic. So one can find out what another person is thinking. It's called temperature magic. I'll tell you. So all these magics are all deception. Everything is deception only. That is, you take people for a ride. A beautiful ride. Very nice, you take them for a ride, and it is all because of the speed of perception of the eyes. Speed of perception of the eyes, you have to deceive them. Speed of perception of the ears, you deceive them. Or you do things so fast that the changes are not noticed. Changes are not noticed. Those are all magic. In addition to this, there are so many other types of magic where you actually interfere with the mind of a human being. Like mesmerism and hypnotism. So this also has been called as Laukika Maya. Laukika Maya. So now this Divya Maya which is there, such a wonderful thing you see, that whatever we think is real is not actually real. And whatever we think is false is not actually false. So, where all have we seen this one? Illusions of the mirrors. Illusions of the mirrors. When you see mirror, when you put a mirror, you stand and see the number of images. You have just two mirrors, one facing the other. At a particular angle you keep it. You see endless images. You know the number of images you see of two mirrors is infinite. Because the image of one mirror falls into the other mirror, and again that falls into this mirror, continues like this. It's infinite. You are actually seeing infinity, but there is no infinity. There is just little distance only to be kept. It looks as though it is infinite. So similarly also, so many things seem real in this world. For example, the rainbow. The rainbow is just a formation or a reflection of light on the droplets of water. The light which passes through a droplet. So the droplet, white light which is passed through a droplet of water, how does it get split? It gets split and then comes out as 7 colors, and then all of us, we are able to reproduce the colors in some pencils and other things we are able to. So we are seeing the rainbow, and if you say it exists, what is the nature of the existence? There is similar, we use the word, there is exist. It is visible. So if it is visible, it should be visible, it should exist permanently, but it doesn't exist. It comes for a short while and then goes away. So can you call it an illusion, or can you call it as reality? In which category you put the rainbow? If you say it's a reality, it is an apparent reality. It appears to be real. But if you say it is an illusion, it is visible to me. The water, when we see water in the desert, when we see water in the desert, not only we, all over the word mirage is used. The word mirage is used all over the world. Maru Marichika. Maru Marichika is the word mirage. Every one of us sees the mirage. Even on the roads, when there is a hot sun, we see in a normal city also you can see the water waves like that. So this is deceiving, and there is nothing like water there, but the eyes are perceiving it. So this is called as Maya in the normal sense. You see in the other, you go to the next realm, called as the divine realm. Our birth itself is a very, very big mystery. Our birth is such a big mystery. The nails are growing and I can't see it growing. The hair is growing, but I can't see it growing. The plants are growing, but I can't make out that they are actually growing. Time is passing, but without the clock, you cannot make out that time is passing. Time is passing. Every second is, and we are aging. We all are aging, and billions of cells are being manufactured and destroyed in our body, but we are not aware of it. So can you see the power of Maya, which is completely concealing our perception? Absolutely concealing our perception. Today, for instance, we were talking about a robo. Somebody had asked the question, what is the difference between awareness and consciousness? Awareness and consciousness. The camera which is here in front, it is aware. It is aware. That's why it's perceiving the image here and then it's transferring the image, storing it. But it is not conscious. It doesn't have an ego like we have. Can you see it? Yes, I can see it. Yes, I can see it. But the camera doesn't say I can see it. It doesn't say nor claim, it is seeing. So awareness is like the camera, it is jada. But consciousness is chetana. Consciousness is chetana, it is life. Suppose the image in front of the camera moves away like this. The camera will say, come back, it won't come back, cannot center. But if the image is moved from a human being this way, you move it, bring it back. So there is a response, there is immediately, you can see that emotion also it can be, one can emote, that is consciousness. So this consciousness, what what we call as the ultimate consciousness, Parabrahma Swarupa, that is Paramatma. And that consciousness, Paramatma, has got another counterpart. Paramatma is embodiment of awareness, consciousness and all power inside. But this power of Paramatma is Maya. The power of Paramatma is Maya. That is why the Maya can do everything. We, for our discussion, for our understanding, we try to distinguish between the power of Paramatma and Paramatma. Just like the distinction between a flower and its fragrance. There is a flower and it has fragrance. So when I take the flower is fragrant, the flower is fragrant, but now I say the fragrance is nice, but the flower is not nice. I am trying to distinguish between the flower, which is visual, fragrance, which is olfactory. So I am now distinguished between the two. Similarly, this intellect is distinguishing between the Adhara and Adeya. The Adhara is Paramatma. The Adeya or superimposition is Maya. That is why we see Shiva is lying down and Devi is seated on top. Shiva is called as the Parabrahma and Devi is called as Maya. That is why the Adevi Sarvabhuteshu, in this way they agree. Jnanam api chetansi Devi Bhagavati Hisa Valara Krishya Mohaya Mahamaya Prayachati. She is Mahamaya. Paramatma Shiva is the Adhara of the fundament. And in that fundament only Mother is rising up. From the fundament only, Devi is nothing but Shiva's Shakti. But Shiva will not be known unless Devi comes out and does all this creation and everything. Nobody will know Shiva. If Shiva is hidden, if Shiva does not express himself in the form of his Shakti called as Maya, then no one will know Shiva. All this is there in this Chaupai. Everything is hidden in this Chaupai. What? Tulsidas Jagat Prakasya Prakasak Ramu. Jagat Prakashya. This Jagat or Prapancha is the one which is illuminated or which depends upon light, which is not self-illuminated, whereas Rama is the light which illuminates the Jagat. Jagat Prakashya Prakashaka Ramu. Mayadhisha Jnana Gunadhamu is the Adhisha of Maya. We are Adhina of Maya, he is Adhisha of Maya. He is the Lord of Maya, we are the victims of Maya. See the difference? मुझ में तुझ में बस भेद यही मैं नर हूँ तुम नारायण हो मैं हूँ संसार के हाथों में संसार तुम्हारे हाथों में. So the Maya, Paramatma is the Lord of Maya and the Jivatma is the victim of Maya. So here, Mayadhisha Jnana Gunadhamu, he is the Adhisha of Maya, he is the embodiment of knowledge and all qualities. Jasu Satyata Jada Maya Bhasa Satya Iva Moha Sahaya. Because of the original truthful reality inherent in Paramatma, even the inert objects seem to be full of life. Even the inert objects, when you say inert, you know the meaning of the word inert? That which cannot move on its own. That which cannot function on its own is inert. So this inert body is functioning because of the presence of that Prakasha of Paramatma. Jasu Satyata Jadamaya Bhasa Satya Iva Moha Sahaya. It seems to be Satya. The Asatya seems to be Satya because of the light of the Satya. Otherwise, Asatya cannot seem to be Satya unless it has light. So the light falls on it and then immediately even the untruth or non-reality also appears to be reality. We'll pause here today. Hari Om Tat Sat.